We got Prayer by Kendrick Lamar. This is a leaked, unreleased record from Kendrick Lamar. And I got this idea. If this video hits 1,000 thumbs up, we are going to live stream Untitled, Unmastered by Kendrick Lamar. So hit that thumbs up button. Let's get to rolling. You know how I feel about live instrumentation. I ain't gonna hold you. When I can really hear them chords being played and it's not just being like spliced up in fours and shit like that, I'm always giving that a little extra points. I can't lie to you. And you got a bad mug on the drums too. My dream as an artist is to one day get the opportunity to ever record with like a live band and shit like that. I just feel like that would be like God tier. I ain't gonna hold you.
I was born on February 24th, 1970. The day I was delivered, they said I would build a legacy. Picture me with influence that lasts generations. I was made out of love to keep you happy and educated. The first 3 letters of the alphabet, my name. I made you laugh, I made you dance, I made you sing.
The first 3 letters of the alphabet. Okay, so the person he's talking about was born in 1971, I think he said, and the first 3 letters of the alphabet is his name. ABC. Nigga, who is he talking about? In case I want them spoilers, who is he? ABC.
Of the alphabet, my name. I made you laugh, I made you dance, I made you sing. I've been around the world and back. You recorded my almanac so dearly way before the fact me and Pops was exchanged. My father was a public figure, bigger than life. Lived as a winner on stages alike. Rivers of people surely united just to see our bond. Time carried on, there was a common thread. My perfect father had many flaws. Still they moved their legs and shook their heads in unison. He had more children, I was the oldest. We always played with each other before they ruined them. He told me his personal secrets, childhood, catching them beaten, sexually touched and abused. Never seen life in a school. The price of being iconic was demonic and screwed. I stood.
The price of being iconic was demonic. This nigga Kendrick cooking. Man, where my shades at, nigga? I'm about to say the price of the. Is he talking about Michael Jackson? Is he talking about Michael Jackson? You know, Kendrick, one of those rappers that keeps rap fun. I always love when you gotta do your research. I always love songs and shit that when was Michael Jackson born? That you gotta do Googles. No, 1958. What famous musician was born in 1971? Erica Badu, Big Method Man. This nigga, and then his dad was a big star. Who? I don't know. Kendrick make you who? Drop in the comments. I need y'all. I need you.
On stage and had to watch my father on the news. Stress on the head of my spirit. I was lost and confused. I knew both sides of the story, but still I couldn't choose. See, it was more than humiliation and being sued. They crucified my affiliation for points to prove. And now my purpose for living makes no difference to you. My total existence was for making a smile and move. They said that I'll live forever, but the moment he died, more accusations arrived. I had to die too.
Is it James? Not James Brown. Who's cuz who his dad killed? Who is that? Who is that first round? Get in them comments. Get in them comments. That nigga Kendrick really spazzed.
I remember taking my first breath, August 28, 1963. The whole nation had saved the date. I made it on
August 28. Nah, you gonna learn something here. August 28, 1963. MLK.
TV, my come out was a standing ovate. The crowd in disbelief. How could a group of words be so great? Designed to make you think. Races and faces embracing my conscience in letter form. How gracious was.
And like, God, man, the greatness of Martin Luther King is, I don't blame necessarily racist white people for being racist. I mean, I do blame them for sure, but as far as you gotta sort of understand that it's a machine, it's a system, it's a laser, there's programming, there is a system created to make people from one edge of the world to another, I mean, one edge of the country to another edge of the country. They're very common beliefs in these kind of things, and it's like, it's because everybody's hit with these lasers, everybody's hit with these worldwide things that are clearly meant to brainwash us. And sometimes brainwashing isn't going to be like they flip a chip and you turn into a zombie, but no, brainwashing is repeatedly showing you images of a certain type. This is what they do to women. It's a certain image of a certain type of woman, and they praise and praise and praise this image until women and the world believe that this image is now the image of beauty. And we've watched as beauty standards have changed. Just like, you look at the super petite model of like the Paris Hilton time when everybody was built like the bitch off the nigga off the Apple Jacks box, and then you seen like once it was like Kim Kardashian, Nicki Minaj, bitches got a little thick, bitches getting a little slimmer down now, they getting a little, it's because it's just a machine created that is just making us believe things that we don't even believe. It's how can your beauty standards change? How is there a beauty standard? Some niggas love giant big back bitches. Some niggas like skinny cinnamon bitches. Some bitches like short, ugly niggas. Some bitches like big, tall, buff niggas. It's just different. You know what I mean? It's just, we're just people. We like what we like. But there's a machine that comes through and programs you, makes you believe it, makes you believe certain things. And the fact that Martin Luther King was able to get through that and talk to people and have people actually change how they think, that's a different type of just fire with the words.
How gracious was I? Speaking on changes was outside the norm. The person responsible, my creator. He never conformed or used hatred to form as retaliation. Watch him perform with conviction.
He never conformed or used hatred to form mass retaliation. It's telling you, like, you catch more flies with honey. It's through love.
Mass retaliation, watch him perform with conviction. 250,000 souls left their homes to listen. I gather his thoughts in abundance made to complete the mission. His life became heroic, then tables turned. My creator stripped from being a poet because he yearned. Other women, infidelity stricken. I can't say he was perfect, it made me nervous. They tear him down and forget me. I prayed that I survive in the midst of the controversy. How many lives have followed deaf ears if I'm not worthy? How won't you?
And he's pulling the parallels because MLK had an infidelity rumor about him or something that came out about him with infidelity, and then you also have Kendrick had the same thing. Now, what I will say for MLK is just look at it. This guy was bringing out 250 people to stand outside and listen to him talk. He's not singing, he's not dancing, he's not doing, he's just talking. And these words were so good that it was unifying a nation, right? Bringing out 250. He's a rock star. That is crazy numbers, right? And you can't. The impact and good he did on the world is in the 0.0000000000001 percentile. None of us are really probably gonna impact the world in such a good way that Martin Luther King did, and I don't think that if you don't reach that height of impacting the world, you didn't do anything wrong. There's a reason why we look at him in the way that he does, but realistically not a lot of us are going to be able to do that good. But look at us, so the rest of us in the 99 percentile. But how many of us men are going to cheat on our wives? How many of our wives are going to cheat on us, cheat on our girlfriends, our boyfriends, or whatever the fuck, you know what I'm saying? How many of us are going to do that? But you're going to put that like the 80 percentile? And are you going to demonize them? you might be mad at them if you're the one getting cheated on, your friends and person, but you move on. People grow. People are better, will be better. I'm not saying you should stay with somebody cheating on you, but I'm not necessarily going to just stop being friends with my friend because he got a divorce from his wife because he cheated on her. I might tell him that he was dumb for doing that, but I'm not going to, you know what I'm saying? I'd rather actually be there for my nigga at that kind of time. But us and the 99% are trying to demonize somebody for doing something that 80% of us would have done. And even if 80 is high, you get the point. That is because that fucking machine, that thing with the laser, that system, the man, the whatever it is, the Illuminati, all those things, these things are created to destroy strong black men. And sometimes, strong black men. And because we are people, will fall into the traps. Because Kobe Bryant, they set that bitch up there, allegedly. They sent her at you, Kobe. You were supposed to say no. You were supposed to not let her in your hotel room, but you did, and it's okay because this was set up. It was a setup. How they try to get MJ. Look how they try to, come on, man, you got to open up your ears. You got to stop. You was born, but hopefully not yesterday. Nigga, you know what time it is. You've been seeing them play the same trick on you since the beginning of time, since we can remember, and we still be shocked when they do it again.
Justifies personal problems, that's not my job. I was only born to make sure your children can play outside, and I imagine the other demons he hid before he died.
That was his purpose. That was his purpose in life. We don't give a fuck what he was doing in his bedroom. That's why, to me, it's like when they be exposing a nigga, they're like, oh, that man's gay. Why would I give a damn? You think I give a damn if a nigga if someone told me LeBron, as long as, when they said Dwight Howard was, if Dwight Howard wasn't doing some super freaky shit, I wouldn't have cared if he was gay. Because like, what, how, I don't care if he was straight, I don't care if he's sleeping with women, nigga, that nigga is a bucket. That nigga is a bucket getter, boy. I'm trying to, now once you figured out he was doing that shit with Miss Kitty, now it's a little funny and weird. But it's like, if he would have just been, nobody cared, because I'm about people's talent, and I'm realizing I used to, as a kid, think that shit was funny and laugh, and I can't fuck with this nigga. But now I'm realizing, like, that's weird that they can just put something on somebody I don't know, I don't care, and I stop rocking with them. You hear, oh, Young Jock went broke. It's like, man, that nigga was touching millions of dollars. A lot of us ain't gonna touch millions of dollars. Why is it so funny to us that he ran out of money, or we don't even know if he really did. We're quick to believe it.
Not worthy, I won't justify his personal problems. That's not my job. I was only born to make sure your children can play outside, and I imagine the other demons he hid before he died. If they came to surface, this dream probably won't be alive because of you.
Yeah, because of you. That boy Kenny was cooking.
I was born in paranoia, his poison for us. We can't create with joyous ambition, we're out of luck. The critics formed a new coalition and huddled up. The non-creators are now elated and out of touch. Why can't you gladly appreciate the influence we give? Stop staring at me disgusted, my substance made sure you live. You want the head of the messenger and the history from him, which eventually takes away from the good you accustomed. Think of.
Thank you. You want the head of the messenger. They want to kill the messenger and his history from him. And you want to check his history. Take that. This is the honest to God truth, right? Unless what you're doing now impacted what you did, right? So, Dan Schneider. Now, because I know what he was doing to those kids, the shows look very different because that is so gross. And I do think these people should be demonized. And it's like, I do have this tough thing because I know you're making money off of it. But it's like, damn, that world greatest by R. Kelly banging. Should we not listen to it? But I'm damn near to the point where it's like, it's hard to even listen to that joint. I'm just being real. And I used to stand for, you should even now. But I'm like, I can't remember. When I got off probation, though, nigga, I threw that motherfucker on and cried. I'm that little glimmer of hope when your back's against the road. Oh, would you crying? You feel me? So I'm like, but now I throw that Lauryn Hill on if I need to cry. So it's like, I guess I don't really need that nigga. You know what? Fuck him.
For life without the likes of imagination that's prospering. The bodies that you consider genius, you like to box them in. The great debaters and thinkers that gave you a voice. Why can't you prosecute the crimes and not the thoughts I employ? Because your better judgment would always look down on me. But if I recollect how we connect, you'll count on me.
I want to know how y'all think though, because Kendrick's, I'm actually disagreeing with Kendrick right here. Kendrick's saying, why can't we just look at the art and not the artist? Why can't we say, man, that man, R. Kelly was a terrible nigga, but the music wasn't terrible? Why can't we say Dan Schneider was a terrible nigga and not say that the TV content's terrible? Because I'm just being fair. If I'm to play the other side, that's a lot of our childhoods that now have to, a part of a lot of our childhoods that have to go. I say let that bitch be gone. I don't need it. What I'm doing with Dan Schneider, nigga, get the fuck, nigga, my overgrown ass doing watching Zoe 101 anyways. So you can get rid of that. You can get rid of all of it. And I really don't believe that. Because for me, personally, I don't know, it always seeps into it. But my problem is, it's what are you doing? R. Kelly, it's like guilty. Who else? Schneider, that nigga super guilty, even though he's not guilty. A lot of these niggas, I could, you know what I mean? So, like MJ, I still throw that shit on. But I really don't believe he did it. I just think that was the Black Boule. Not probably the Boule. That was probably an Illuminati hit. That MJ was with the kids, yeah, that was an Illuminati. I'm gonna be real.
I got a theory that most of y'all won't allow to see. It goes like this: talent doesn't choose morality. See if Daniel Hill was a killer.
Talent doesn't show morality. That's facts too. You can be a piece of shit and be talented.
It goes like this: talent doesn't choose.
A lot of pieces of shit are talented. That be the tricky thing. I even think a lot of them develop, or at least we all have talents, but they at least tap into their talents because they need it as like a shield and something to protect them from the fact that they're going to be pieces of shit in the world.
Morality. See if Daniel Hill was a killer, would you not want a heart? If Carl Benz was a racist, would you stop driving cars? I can't help we jump in these bodies and you call them a god. Just know the earth is just
that's also facts too. The honest truth is most of these niggas are shitty people. Most of these people, if you start looking at those Diddy, if you start looking at those Epsteins, those people who had mass numbers of joints like that, you start looking, you go, oh, wait a minute. How many of these niggas were connected to this? How many of these niggas? French Montana was doing what at the Diddy party? Meek Mill was doing what at the Diddy party? You in there like, what?
Rock without the voices of art. Sincerely yours.
How the hell was Drake's freaky ass supposed to get on this song and it's 5 minutes? How the hell? I don't know if I believe Drake was supposed to be on this. And Drake too freaky. Drake too freaky. Man, that bit was super hard. Now, all them questions I had answer in the chat, and hit that thumbs up button. This was a certified vibe check. Here comes another reaction by me right here. Bing, music video by me right there. Pow, click on it. Show me some love. You watch this video as long as you didn't hit that thumbs up button. You're a hoe. Stop being a hoe. K-Bitty family, love y'all. Salute. I'm out of here.